Okay. Hey, everyone. And thank you so much for coming on this evening or this morning for all our beautiful UK people. I see Patricia's in the house. Um, for those of you that don't know me, in a quick 30 seconds, my name is Grainne and I'm Irish, but I've lived over here now in Australia for 35 years. And I've been with LifeVantage now for coming up to 10 years. Can you believe it? Loved it all and love everything about these products. So tonight we're gonna jump off by sharing some amazing wins that some people have. So that's how we like to start. So for those of you that might be a guest on here, this is our weekly get together where we all come, we all chat, we share our wins, share our stories, see what's working, what's not, and just kind of tap each other on the back. So I hope you enjoy who you hear and what you hear, and feel free to put anything in the chat and things like that. So love to start off with a win. I know I'll see Andrea, are you on?
Yes, I am.
And then I want other people to think of a win that they might have. And if you want to put your hand up and unmute for a minute, um, that would be great as well. But Andrea told me a really great win that her and her hubby had this week. And I was like, you need to share that. So tell us your win, girl.
So, in a background, quick, my husband is the reason why I even got into this company, into this community, and into this family. But I absolutely love being here. And 8 years ago, actually 10 years ago, my husband was told he would be in a wheelchair with an autoimmune disease that would never see him in the lifestyle that we have today. We work physically in our business every single day, and we've just he's 50. We just started High Rocks. I don't know if anyone knows about High Rocks, but if you don't, bloody go and Google it because it's one of the hardest things you could ever imagine doing. So, for shits and giggles, we decided to push ourselves and go ahead and do it. We did a brilliant time, which we were blown away with in Sydney a couple of months ago. And last weekend, we did another one and we took 8 minutes off of our time. Like we are punching up with, we came 23rd overall, and we're talking about age groups of 20-year-olds. And my husband is 50, should be in a wheelchair. Meantime, he's actually thinking about going into the pro division in time to come. And that is all 100% thanks to being activated because the products changed his life. So, what a win. Will
That
I
is
take the
a
products forever?
brilliant win.
Bloody oath, yes, we will.
That is a fantastic win. And
Mm.
anything about your business win or not about the building thing? No?
M- Well, my other business, not my
Yeah.
Life Vantage
But no,
business,
but
but
it
the
was just
one
a
we work
win. That's
in.
a
Yeah,
huge win for
well,
your family.
yeah, another amazing win is we've owned the business here in Australia for 16 years. We came on a business owner visa, and we've struggled and we've had highs and lows, but we have finally just signed the dotted line for our own factory, for our own commercial property. So that is just another step in the direction of being 50 and looking towards, retirement funds, that we can then just travel over the world and spread the good news of activation and have another little income source and be able to actually relinquish that business that we have. So very exciting
That's so
times.
good. That's such a great win. Thank you so much, Andrea. I am
Thank
going to get
you.
you on another night and we're going to kind of unpack your hubby's whole product story because it's very powerful. We might actually drag him on.
He's always more than happy to
He
share. I
is.
mean,
It's just trying to get him with a timer though.
yeah.
He'd take the whole half an hour. But it's so powerful. It's so powerful. Thanks, love. So, anyone else want to unmute and give a 1 minute win? Does anybody else have a little win that happened this week? Am I
I
going to?
can.
Yes.
Yeah, so I yesterday, how there was a maintenance. I got a couple of messages, and one of them I just look, it's like both of them said they want to start on the MB. One of them I just scrolled up and I thought, oh wow, that is since March. So don't all I did was add them to a Facebook group. So sometimes, and I've even forgotten about them, to be honest. So sometimes you never know, like that you just put them in the group and something will click and they'll sign up. So both of them have bought the Healthy Balance Pack. Yeah, it's amazing. One of them since July. So 2 new customers.
Amazing. 2 new customers. Woohoo! Love it. Any other wins that anyone's got?
Happy to share mine again.
Yeah.
Always have a
What
win.
did you say? You were in a market or something?
Yeah, that's right. So it's been a long while since I've done an input, like a markets stall. So I went along to one that we've been attending for the past few months just for my boys to do fundraising. And of course, they did beautifully again. But now I'm also having a stall myself for Life Vantage. And usually on the day, so with my previous experience, I usually have a competition, collect contact details, and then do the follow up. And that's where I've had customers, consultants come from the past. But I actually had a brand new customer on the day. She bought some Axio on the day, and I messaged her this afternoon just to check in with her, and she is loving it already, wants to get her hubby on it straight away because he does night shifts. But she said she was straight away went home because I had the samples as she tried it. She went straight home, had some throughout the afternoon. She said, I just love sipping on it, tastes delicious, and loving it already. So that was a win. Good win.
So good.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks everyone. I'm just reading a couple of them in the chats and things like that. So now I want to jump over to New Zealand, where, guys, it's 20 to 10 at night, or 9:40, you would say, PM. I would be like, and I'm seeing all these Kiwi faces on here. I applaud you guys for staying up and coming on here every week. You're amazing. So Julie Wilkes, if I can get you. Hey, girl.
Hi.
So, Jules, we've been trying to do this story now for a little while, and there's just been life that's kind of got in the way. But I actually think it was meant to be tonight.
Yeah, I think so.
I think when we had our chat today and stuff, I really felt that this was meant to be tonight. So I remember first meeting you. You were sat there with Joe Blowfield, and you were just like, I just want to get it all because we all need to be on it. You were like, just sign me up, I'm in. And one of the biggest, I'd love you to share maybe about your son, because I know that was kind of one of the first testimonies out of your family that you kind of had.
Yeah, absolutely. So I actually my door shut because he's next door and he doesn't like when I talk about him. So anyway, he is neurodiverse, and we started him on a Protandim NRF2 5 years ago. My husband and I, we were looking for so many different supports for him, natural supports. We were getting CBD oil shipped in from the States illegally, all sorts of things. This is prior to even having it here. We had tried different vitamins and different concoctions that we'd been recommended. We didn't see any real changes. And then my friend Jo Blowfield that we were just talking about, she mentioned that she'd had a lot of good results with Protandim with her daughter, who had similar type challenges, shall we say. So she actually gave me a couple of bottles and said, look, just give it a try. And we saw incredible changes with him within a week, 2 weeks. It was really fast. And from that time, I started thinking, you know what, there's something in this. So we just kept getting it, and it just kept getting better. And we were getting unprompted phone calls from the school, because normally when the school rings, it's not good things. We were getting unprompted calls from the school saying, what's going on? Something different's happening in your house. What's been happening? So the hyperactivity had gone down, the focus had gone up. There was massive behavioral improvements. It was just wonderful. And that's when I started thinking, I need to tell more people about this. So that was how I got started with Life Vantage, because I wanted people to know, because nobody told me about it prior, and it only really just been launched in New Zealand I think about 5 months before, so it was really new to the country, but I had never heard of it, or I would have been able to get it in from Australia. He was 10,
What was
Patricia,
he
he was
on?
10. Well, where do I start? So we got told about this amazing vitamin called pycnogenol, and it's like pine bark extract, which, as it so
Okay.
happens, is in one of the ingredients of our US formula in the Axio, which is great. And then there was L-tyrosine, there was taurine, so all these things that were natural stimulants, but they weren't still making it wasn't enough
So sorry,
to
Jules, did
change.
you end up having him on NRF2 and Axio? Was that the combination that he ended
Yes,
up
it
having
was.
to drink?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Well, it was
NRF2.
NRF2 to start with because it was prior to us getting Axio here.
Okay, so NRF2.
Yeah.
And look, I know then as we kind of started getting more products, look, I know Cam, both of you were just so passionate because you were saying such great results and things like
Yes.
that. Um, that then once collagen came out as well, you literally became the collagen queen.
Yeah.
I when I would see your back office, you literally had customers all over the world. You
Yes.
went on a mission
Hmm.
and the Axion, and you really did go on a mission with your customers. You were consistently out there grabbing customers because you were so
Yeah.
passionate.
And because it's amazing, it was just such a great product, is.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's amazing. And there's always people looking for collagen. And I thought collagen was just about your skin. And I've always been quite, well, must have good genes with my skin. So I've never had a problem with my skin. And then looking into it further, finding out about how much collagen benefits the body. And there were lots of my customer base who had, issues with their joints, their bones, on top of their skin, their eyes. I didn't realize your eyes were 90% collagen, but
Hmm.
so I learned a lot about that product, and yeah, I was really successful with that. It was great.
And then I was over, it was April 2022, 2023, and we were doing the tour. Was it 23?
Yes,
April
yes, it was.
23. And we were doing the tour. We were together. And yeah, we never know when something's going to happen, our families, do we? And I left you on the Monday. And yeah, a tragedy happened that week.
Yeah.
And yeah, so for those of you that maybe don't know, Jules's husband passed away very quickly on that week. And I came back on a plane on the Tuesday and I went back over because I just said to Fletcher, I've got to go back. She's my sister. I've got to go back. And yeah, I flew back. But beforehand, I was like, everyone from all over LifeVantage were like, what can we do? How can we help? What can we do? And I started asking some of the girls in New Zealand, and they say, we do a koha. And I literally had people just sending money from all over the world just to send love because and I just went over really as a representative, and I know the company was so beautiful to you and helping you, and it really became very relevant, didn't it, about filling the water, taking the water before, what did they say, giving your horse,
Build the well, dig the
build a
well
well.
before you're thirsty. Yeah.
That's it. And that really was, I'll never forget it. I'll never forget that time.
Yeah.
And one of the biggest things we were able to, as your sisters, was say, we've got you, your babies need you, and we've got your business. So don't worry, we're here. You don't need to come back till whenever. And you didn't. You were allowed to grieve.
Yeah. And that was huge. Sorry, I didn't think I was going to cry. Well, no, I'm not sorry. I did know I was going to cry. Of course I did. So I wanted to come and really tell you my story. I had written it down just in case I wasn't going to be able to um, get out everything that I wanted to. So if it's okay with your permission, I'm just going to read what I wrote earlier and then I can elaborate because I know I'll forget lots of things and I really don't want to do that. So it's really important that I get to share my story, and this is the first time I've shared the story publicly. And I want people to know how powerful it is, what we've got, because it was just everything to me. Well, thanks for the spotlight, Bridget. So I'll just read what I've had, and then we can talk about it afterwards. So, before this business, life looked very different. I was focused on my family, but like so many people, I was worried about finances, the rising cost of living, and how secure our future really was. I wanted something more stable, but I wasn't sure what that could be. Then, when my husband passed away so unexpectedly, my whole world shifted. It was devastating, and in that moment, I realized how fragile life is and how important it is to have income security. That's when the saying, dig the well before you are thirsty, really hit home for me. I said yes to this business because I saw the potential to create extra income, to build something of my own, and to have the flexibility to be present with my children. I wasn't sure at first if I could do it, and I thought, well, what if this could be the very thing that changes things for us? And since then, this business has given me so much more than I imagined. The ability to learn an income passively has been life-changing. But more than that, the security and peace of mind it's given me has been invaluable. It's allowed me to take 6 months off when I needed time to heal, and the income still came in. It's something I'll just never take for granted. That's why I'm sharing tonight. I don't know if it's the right fit for you, but I do know what it's meant for me and my family. And if you've ever wondered what else might be possible, a way to create more income, more security, or even just have more options in life, then I'd encourage you to take a closer look. Um, that's really all I wrote. But I think going back to what Grainne had said before, that was being part of the Australia New Zealand leadership team. I had a lot of responsibilities and I took a lot of things on because I loved it and I was happy to do that. But I had to take a step back. And Grainne was everything. She just said, no, you just go, you go and do what you're doing. We've got it from here, and carried me through. And so, on top of everything that was going on, I didn't have to worry about going to work every day. I didn't have to, work in a store and try and pretend to put a happy face on for the sake of customers. And, I just got to be, I got to breathe, I got to step back, and I got to heal, which is, it's still a journey, and it's hard every day. But knowing that I have that financial security for me it's just everything. And yeah, I just really encourage you. I think I never thought I'd find myself in this position ever. And I don't think anyone ever does. But it can happen in the blink of an eye, and all of a sudden our main income earner, well, our only income earner, it was gone, and our income was gone. So it was up to me really to start thinking about what I wanted to do. And then I pushed and I drove through and I built an organization. And not just in Australia, New Zealand, I have customers and consultants in the UK and in the US, and actually recently in Canada. So, the world is your oyster, and the more you want to work, the more you can earn. And if you feel like you just can't, which some days I just can't, then I don't, and that's okay.
And it is okay.
Yep.
And that's what we're here for. And can I ask, Jules, just so that people can get an idea of what they might have to do, or, what the kind of earning, like we spoke earlier. I mean, I think the three little babies, which is what I take every day as well. I know
Yeah.
that you said there was many a day you took two of the NRF2, but try is your go-to for you at this moment to keep everything together.
Yeah, and it keeps my body going, but it also keeps my mind going, because I found that was one of the problems that I had. So, when I started taking NRF2, my whole brain fog lifted, but then obviously it just came down on top of me, and the whole thing was about stress. And we talk a lot about oxidative stress, but stress within your body, it's a killer. I mean, it is, and I'm seeing it around me now. Intense feelings of grief. I worry about, Bridget and I have a really good friend who has terminal cancer now, because she went through immense grief. And that terrifies me, because I'm it now for my children. So, um, not to say that, we claim to cure or prevent any diseases, but for me, I just know it's keeping my body healthy and moving forward.
And do you think you would be on these?
Oh, forever. Yeah, 100%.
Well, I love you, Jules, and thank you
Love you.
for being
Thank
so
you.
brave and sharing tonight, because I know it was a big, big thing for you. And I'm so grateful for you doing that, honey. Um, so I hope you can hear our heart, everyone, that we're all about family. We're all about moving our families, whether it's moving Jules's family. We all just came together and were, what do we need to do? All the sisters, all the brothers, we were like, what do we need to do to actually help move her family? We've done the same. At the moment, we're helping another couple of girls that have got family issues. And I don't ring up and go, hey, how's your business going? I'm like, hey, how's your family going? We don't lead with business. We want to move all our families together at once. Wow, there's lots of hearts jumping around. We want to move our families together, and we want to help move your family, because nobody knows when something like what happened with Jules may happen to any of us. So to give you a tiny example, when me and Jules and that we spoke about this is what we actually take. I know Jules went and found a load of people because of the example that she had, and she just was on a roll, just on social media, everywhere. So finding 5 friends, finding 5 people isn't that difficult to actually go on these products. So just to give you a little idea of what the kind of math would be, you would make $160 if you had 5 people who were on this. And that's the same amount every month. And that's what everything we do is about: longevity. Because this little guy here has been around for 20 years. And I've been on this product for 10 years. And the longevity in my business, I was looking at it the other day, and literally on this alone and a few other products, there is like $200,000 in subscriptions every month. That comes in from people who knew people who knew people. And to give you an example, I didn't know Jules when I got started. I didn't know most of the people that are in my organization now. I didn't know any of them. They just kind of come. When you say yes, they just kind of come, and they come for your belief. And if you believe in the product, it's so easy to share, because that's all we're in the business of doing, is sharing. So Jules tells 5 people, and then 5 people will tell 5 people. This is exactly what happened to my business. 5 of us joined. Una's on here now. 5 of us joined. We told 5. So then you're talking about 30 people, and 30 people on these products. Well, now I'm earning about 500. So with 5 people, about 160 Australian, about 200 New Zealand, just because of the conversions. With 30 people, now I'm earning $500 and about 540 New Zealand. And then them 5 people, and this is exactly what happened in my business. Them 5 people, you're looking now at around 185 people. And now you're looking at over $2,000 a month, and 2,500 for New Zealand. And a lot of people now, the bigger your organization gets, like I just went looking at my organization then, and I've had over 12,000 people that have come into my organization in the 10 years. just think where you could be in the next year or 3 years or 5 years. And this now is setting up my family for breakthrough. We're going to go off traveling and things like that. And that could be the exact same thing with your family. So that was just to kind of give you a bit of an idea of what could happen just by you sharing. And that's all every one of us on here has done, is shared these products, and they've been phenomenal. But also what we get to do is we get to be around some incredible people, teachers and trainers and people that have been around this industry for such a long time. Put a 1 inside in the chat if you managed to get to see Brandon's training on Saturday. It was incredible. Gillian, you were amazing. Honestly, I'm just going to quickly talk for a couple of minutes just as a recap. If you haven't watched it, please let me know and we can send you over the recording. It was so good. Do you know what I loved about it? Because I'm a bit like Dr. Gail Pearson. I have the attention span of a gnat. And I literally do. I was kind of like, oh my gosh, are they talking science for an hour? I actually fell asleep once with one of the scientists talking about it because I just need lots of stuff happening. So what I loved was hearing Holly, EC2, amazing database training, would, recommend anyone to go on that. And her big thing was start now, being consistent, finding the 3 to 5 people every single day and either saving it in your notes, in your prospects of your app. There is a whole app section that you can just put your prospects, what you said, where you said, what you said it to them, your dates. You can put it all in your app to save it. Otherwise, as Gillian did a brilliant teaching on inviting. And it's all about you not coming in on the person and verbal vomiting, like we all know at the start, talking all our oxidative stress and things like that. It's all about we're just problem solvers. And it's finding out what their problem is and coming up with a solution. And Gillian put out a bit of a challenge for us to actually invite people to at least 10 people to the next couple of things, whether it's a tool, whether it's a 3-way, whether it's to one of these huddles. I love these to invite people to, but that's kind of me because I'm a people person and I know to kind of come in and check us all out and see whether we're real. I would love this kind of thing first. But for anyone that's on here as a guest, we actually do have a phenomenal deep dive into the science and hearing from Una Classy, who was the first person I ever signed up. One of my besties, she's a clinician. And look, she's working in one of the top hospitals here on the Sunshine Coast. So it's the first thing she said to me was, I am not doing anything that's snake oil, that doesn't have peer reviews. I will be annihilated. I'll be ejected from the hospital. So on Thursday night, me and Una are going to share with Philip Hoare, who's over in Bali. He's a health professional. So if you're new and you're on here, I would say, come on Thursday night. Get to the person who invited you on here and find out about it. But if you haven't seen, back to that last bit of training, if you haven't seen the Vitality Stack with Dr. Terry Tomlinson, oh my gosh, how good was she at explaining some of the products? I loved it. And then Brandon ended, he likes the 5. Look, this guy's been around for 16 years. So when Brandon says, what I want you to do is get into the Freedom 5 Club. I want you in the Freedom 5 Club. And all it is finding 5 people that have got 300 PV. Well, most of us on here have at least that. A lot of us, even a lot more. And then you help them to get 300 PV. Then you've got 30 people in your organization and it goes down and down from there. But what that does, it builds a solid business. And I can tell you, like, I wasn't finding Jules more customers at the time. We were just looking after her customers, but the retention on these products are so good that they stayed. So all we need to do is look after people, set up a proper foundation of our business, and we will have longevity. And that is the biggest thing that you will get with LifeVantage is longevity. It is a long established company that's going nowhere. We're actually acquiring new companies as we speak and bringing them into the fold. So it's never been a more exciting time to actually come on this journey with us. So 802, I did it, guys. I'm pretty impressed. And I just want to thank you all for coming on. I really want to hone in on this Freedom 5. I think each and every one of us, we have an obligation. It's like what Jules said, you know, if I hadn't that 10 years ago said, I'll give it a go. And what did I end up saying is in my organization? 12,000 people, because I said, I'll give it a go. And Una and Denise that were there, Kim, we said, we'll give it a go. And from there it evolved. So I really want to encourage you to get to know us. And yeah, keep sharing the stories, keep sharing Jules. I love you, girl. I love what you did tonight. I'm so proud of you. What you've achieved in 2 years. I love you to bits. And thank you, Andrea. I'm so happy. There's your gorgeous daughter. I squeeze her. I'm so happy for you and Sean. And we definitely want Sean to come on and share his product story. It's powerful. So guys, anyone who's got a product or a business story, if you want to come on and share yours, please let your leaders know. We'd love you to come on and just share and be around with us. Have an incredible night, everybody. Take care. Bye now.
Thanks, everyone.